my name is Natalie. This is my horse Crystal. Today I'll be showing you how to saddle a horse. So here I have my equipment. I'm going to put 2 saddle pads on her today, mainly because she has high withers. And if you don't know what the withers are, it's just this part of their body, and hers just happen to be really high, and I don't like the saddle sitting on her. So where you want it to be is just right behind their shoulder. And you'll see it because it's almost a straight line to the crease between their girth line and their leg. So I'm just gonna put 2 of them. It never hurts to put two pads, even if you're unsure. Like, you can never have enough padding for your horse because, well, my grandma always says is rather be safe than sorry. You can sign right there. So as you notice, I have all my equipment hanging off the saddle on top of the seat so that nothing gets tangled underneath the back, and I can make a smooth transition from my hands onto her back. So the way I always put it on is like, I just kind of lift it up, and you want to do like a swinging motion so it makes it a little bit easier. So you can just like kind of wind yourself up, and then mine's a little bit heavier. Most saddles aren't this heavy. This one's about 60 pounds, but it's a good work saddle. So what I'm doing over here now is I'm just going to bring everything down. It's kind of tangled, but it keeps everything out of the way. So in case you're very new to these things, I'll tell you what these are starting from the back. This is called the back cinch. It's really simple. It's just in the back of the saddle. It helps just keep the back end down, and also it keeps the saddle more stable. This is obviously your saddle, and these are your stirrups. Then you have the front cinch, which goes under their girth, and this is your main support system that keeps the saddle on, and I'll show you how to put this on so that your saddle stays on the horse. Then you got your breast collar, and breast collars aren't like mandatory, but I like to use them, 1, because it looks nice, and 2, because I think it helps hold the saddle on a little bit more. If my cinch starts to get loose or something, it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable about that too. And this is just a wither strap. It's actually just a piece of leather. It just holds the breast collar up from sagging like this and kind of keeps it up out of the way. And it's just my preference, nothing special. So I always put the breast collar on first. I already did the wither strap. It just goes right over and clips to the other side of the breast collar. And usually saddles have a breast collar clip, an individual thing you would put right here, and it just goes right there. But in my case, this is a ranch saddle, so I'm just gonna clip it where the latigo is. This is the latigo. So, and you can adjust it as tight or loose as your horse needs it. I just kind of put mine here where it's pressing against her chest. It'll loosen as she moves, so don't freak out about that. And I usually put the back cinch on first because I used to forget about it. So I don't forget, I always put that right on after my breast collar. And that just goes on like a belt. You just clip it through. Doesn't have to be super tight, because I put it like this because it will loosen up. And normally I would flip the stirrup over the saddle to make cinching easier, but this one does not like to stay. So what you're gonna do is undo your latigo, grab the cinch, and it's actually fairly simple. You put it through the loop. So it's through like that, and you're just gonna come around the top, stick it through the loop, and come back down. Then come back through this loop and pull it just a little bit tighter. And since I know I won't be able to go another full loop without being able to reach a hole, I'm gonna stop here and start pulling it. And you don't want it super duper tight. Like, I can squeeze my fingers in through here, but also I can feel her skin when I touch through. And so I'm gonna put it on the next hole I can find, which is none. So in this case, if you have it tight enough to where you can't find a hole, you're gonna do what you call a, what's it called?
Texas T.
A Texas T knot, yes, thank you. And basically you're gonna pretend that you're gonna do another loop, except you wanna come off to the side a little bit more. And then you're gonna come on the other side and bring it underneath. And so now you have a little U shape, and then you just pull this end through your hole. And this is very trustworthy, it won't come undone. So the very last thing you wanna do on your saddle what you don't want to forget about is clipping your breast collar, and it's real simple. There's usually loops on your cinch. If not, you probably need to find a new cinch. So I'm just gonna put it right there, super loose. You don't want that tight. It's just to hold it on there so it doesn't flop around. Okay, so this is what you call the bridle, and the top part is just called your headstall. These are the reins. The part that goes in their mouth is called the bit. And normally you would have a curb chain or chin strap, whatever you want to call it. So to put the bridle on, what I usually do is I lay the hand in my mouth, I bring it up to the horse's face, and I ask her to put it in her mouth. And she'll take it pretty easy. You don't have to force it in there. And you just want to put it over their ears, just like that. Good girl. And then you want to make sure just to put this is the chin strap, so it's going to go under her neck like this, and you can just put it on just to where it's snug on her, so that it stays on her. And that's pretty much it for tacking your horse. And if you have any questions about why I have this part on her, you can leave it in the comments. I'm more than happy to tell you about it. And thank you for watching.